Hey there, hello. It's Tuesday, May 17, and you're listening to the Next Level Podcast, episode 23. I'm Emin Bassavan. With me is a man who is in a constant state of shock. It's John Danho. And we have a man who will never stop dancing. It's RXZ.
I'll also never give in to these intros, dude. Like, John gives into those intros, man. He just
Why not, bro? Have some fun.
He dances for you, man. I can't do that.
You're the one dancing. You're the one that never will stop dancing.
Oh, man.
Dude, I never stop anything.
Actually,
Anything I'm doing, I just never stop.
Never stop, dude.
I actually took dance classes, like in my.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did ballroom dancing, dude.
Fuck. You're balling it
Like
up, huh?
Cha-cha and stuff. I learned the cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha.
Yeah.
How was that, man? Was that fun?
It was fun for the duration while it lasted, but
Yeah.
then I bounced.
Oh, no.
Just
story of our
just like
lives,
everything
dude.
else.
Like,
It was really good until I stopped giving shit.
Yeah, exactly.
it was good until the moment that I just left and I never came back. Till then, it was like, okay,
Yeah.
decent time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I found video games.
And then life changed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty much, man.
Good stuff. All right.
You know what else doesn't stop is some nice beer.
Yeah,
At
well,
least for me.
sort of beer. Not beer. This is cider.
All right.
I got some Smith & Forge hard cider.
Cool.
Okay. Funny story about this. On 2 separate occasions while I was at the store buying this, people told me that this was a good idea.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean? Like, just strangers?
Yeah, one person was holding a 6-pack of Heineken, looked at me, and it's like, man, I really like that. I don't know why I'm getting a Heineken. Put down the Heineken and got a 6-pack of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the first time?
That was the first time.
Okay.
Just like
And
put
the
it right
second
in the
guy-
middle of the store.
No, well, at the beer section. At the beer section.
He just threw every bottle down?
Threw the Heineken.
It's like, oh, I don't need this.
I'm disgusted.
He realized his life is shit, and he just went on a killing spree in the thing.
That's
Good
exactly
job,
what
Emmy.
happened.
Congrats.
Yeah, well,
You
sorry.
know.
And then the other guy in line just looked at me and was like, oh, wow, I really like that. Good choice.
And then he came out of line and went.
Yeah, and then he
grabbed
went
his
and But yeah,
he had Heineken too, and he dropped it as well.
something about Heineken, man.
Damn, bro, they should just change the motto of this to like Smith & Forge hard
No,
cider
'cause
better
then
than Heineken.
It wouldn't work anymore.
Oh, it wouldn't work?
The reason it works is
it's
because
it's
of
a
that.
nice little package, huh?
Yeah.
I like this.
It's a cool logo.
It looks
It
nice.
has like
dude.
a little hammer on it.
Yeah.
I like the white, black, red color theme.
Made strong in the fine tradition of making things
Yeah, man.
strong.
I like the word forge. I like
Yeah.
the word just the array of
Forge.
words.
I like Forge. It reminds me of Iron Forge.
Yeah.
It reminds me just of like hardiness, greatness.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, like
Just the
forge,
word
dude.
forge.
When you forge yourself, you know.
There's
Forge your
nothing bad
destiny.
about forge. Like
Yeah, nothing.
the only thing bad about forge is when you forge a weapon and someone else uses it to kill someone innocent. That's really the worst
Yeah.
thing about forge.
But is the person actually innocent? That's a question for a different time.
Episode 173.
Okay, episode 173, dude. We'll
We'll cover this question.
Is anyone ever truly innocent dude, in their lives?
Let's take note. Call us out on it if
Okay.
you don't do it.
But
I like this a lot, man.
Yeah, guys, this is pretty good.
This fucking
Like,
tasty as shit.
I'm digging this.
Yeah, I don't drink cider normally, so I mean, this is new for me
Oh
too.
wow.
Yeah.
Tastes like medicine to me, man.
Are you serious?
Are
I
you-
swear to God.
How
It's
does
like
this
apple
not just
juice.
taste
It
like
tastes
apple
just
juice
like
to you?
apple juice.
There's definitely apple in here, but I feel like it's an apple to like mask the medicine taste. Like if I was a little kid and I was having it.
I don't know, man. I
it's-
don't taste
it's
that
like-
at all.
Yeah, man. It tastes
I think
like
this is
medicine
really
to me.
pleasant.
Yeah, this is really good. It's
No,
like
I'm
delicious.
getting like a medicine taste. Like the
Damn, dude.
the gassing, the slight gassiness in there is like just like combining with the apple and everything to make it taste like medicine to me.
So
But
what-
I like medicine.
Okay.
Like as a little kid, when every time my mom would give me medicine or
What
something,
the
I enjoyed
fuck?
the taste of most medicine.
Damn, bro. Like, what kind of mutant are you, dude? Like, why would you like medicine, dude?
I don't know.
I like-
So if you have to rate this, what would you rate it out of
It's
a 10?
not even a beer though, so how can I rate it on
Yeah,
a beer
I know.
scale?
Okay,
Let's
so-
pretend it was. Let's
Well,
just
no,
pretend- I mean,
It's hard to
Do
do
we
that.
want to muddy the waters?
I can't
How
do
about
that,
we have
man.
a separate
It's
separate
it
rating for
has to
something
be
that's not beer?
It has to
Because this
be,
isn't
man.
beer.
It's not a beer, but
Comes in a beer bottle.
yeah.
So maybe.
Comes in a 6-pack.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a controversy because it tastes way better than Peroni, so I can't think of it as like a 2, 3, 4. You know?
Next
Okay.
level controversy.
But then once I start thinking of it as like a 5, 6, 7, I realize that it tastes nothing like anything I've rated at like a 5, 6, 7 either. It,
Alright.
it just doesn't fit on a.
So instead of
beer
a
scale for me.
10-point scale, how about we take a different
Okay.
scale? 7-point scale.
On a 7-point scale.
6-point scale because it comes in a fucking 6-pack.
Okay, 6-point scale. 3.5, 4 max.
Wow, that's pretty high.
4 is max.
Yeah, that's good.
3.5.
That's like above average,
It's like
right?
60% or something, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah,
Dude,
I
this is
think I'll give it
fine.
a 4
This is
also.
great. I would get it again, honestly. But
Yeah.
I'm not a cider drinker, so. But this is strong for a cider, 6%. It's like
Oh,
nice
is it really?
little- Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, man. Cider's not that big here.
Where is it big?
Europe,
Is it really?
England, yeah. Like
Why?
people drink cider like side by side with beer. It's nice, man.
Wait, what do you mean side by? Oh, like you mean like instead
like
of?
if you
or-
go to a bar, like they
Oh.
have cider on tap.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no cider here, dude. Especially on tap. Like,
So
Mhm.
what the fuck is the point of this? Like, it has no alcohol in it.
no, it
It has
doesn't.
6% alcohol.
It has 6% alcohol.
Yeah.
So what
it's,
makes
it's like
it
it's like spiked apple juice.
Is it just the flavor and like the process that differentiates
It's
it
just
from beer?
I believe it's just fermented apple juice.
Oh. Okay.
I think that's like
I'll
I
tell
might
you
be
now,
wrong.
dude. I just don't like fermented things. Anything fermented, like
Alright.
if the process involves fermentation, I probably don't like it.
It's okay.
You realize that? I think I just realized that.
I don't know. Wait, isn't sake fermented rice
I've distilled
I'm sure it is.
or
dude.
like distilled? What? I don't even know, dude. I don't know much about like
because like
anything
wine
really, so-
wine and vodka, like those are distilled.
Oh, distilled. Oh, got you. So it's probably distilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So do you? I'm sure you like distilled things more
I
than
think,
fermented.
I think I like distilled more than fermented.
Yeah, but you're not a big alcohol guy at all.
Oh
right?
yeah, all in all, yeah. But if I'm entering that realm,
Hmm.
then I kind of bring myself down to that level.
Okay.
And
So
yeah,
if
get down to that
if you
level,
would
dude.
have to choose
Please get real, dude.
if you had to choose a type of alcohol, which would you choose? Which would you put top?
like between hard alcohol, beer.
Yeah,
and stuff.
whatever,
Any
like
alcohol,
beer,
like your
vodka,
favorite or
whiskey.
whatever.
What's my purpose though? Like, why am I drinking
It's
this?
like you just dig it, man. I don't know.
Oh, if I were to force myself to dig a type of alcohol,
Sure.
I mean, dude, really, my heart stays with hard vodka, just straight vodka, dude.
Why? Because it doesn't taste like anything.
No,
when
just
it's cold?
because
What do you mean? It tastes like
What-
shit.
a mark of
Even
a
when
good
it's cold.
vodka. A mark of a good vodka is when it's ice cold. You don't taste it.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
You are
You
right.
don't taste
However, it's very rare that you find a good vodka, especially like you're just gonna drink a random vodka. You're probably not gonna have a good vodka.
No, like a
You
cheap
know?
$20 vodka, like Stolichna or some shit,
Mhm.
But
The
it's,
Popov?
it's basically because I would drink that when I was like family gatherings and stuff.
Sure.
Essentially, vodka is what made me realize I don't like any alcohol at all. Just
Yeah.
alcohol itself. You know,
Mhm.
so I owe
Vodka's
it.
rough, man.
I owe it all to vodka, dude.
I stopped drinking vodka. I used to only drink vodka like exclusively, like just vodka, like vodka
Same
mixed
here.
drinks, vodka shots, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was my party drink, I
Sure.
guess, whatever. But then after a while, I'm like, I don't really like this. I moved on to whiskey,
Yeah.
and then I moved on to beer, and then now I just switch between beer and whiskey depending.
Yeah.
Whiskey is
I'm sort of
alright.
the same.
I
Yeah,
love
no,
whiskey.
I
dude.
love
a
whiskey,
good
man.
Scotch on the
Mhm.
rocks or even straight is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like it's just phenomenal. Sometimes they're really strong, but they make you feel like you're fucking like on a frontier, dude. Like you're just out there, like you're about to scout out, like an entire plane's worth of shit. Like just
Dude.
you're America,
I'll
early
tell-
America.
I'll tell you right now, the worst time I ever had was with tequila, but the
Mm.
best time I ever had was with scotch. I was in Vegas, MGM poker room, and I was playing poker on one of the tables, and you know how they just bring you free drinks? That was like the time when I was still drinking.
Okay.
So I would just order like double scotch, just straight
yeah.
double scotch.
Sure.
I didn't know what I was doing. Like I didn't know what I was getting myself into, right?
That's
But I already ordered it and they already brought it. And there's like a bunch of old men just sitting at the table I'm playing, having water and shit. And I'm straight
Because they're
like,
serious, dude. They want to win.
yeah, I take a straight hit of like double scotch, and then I go like a bet or something, and
Yeah.
all of them are just staring at me like, is this 14-year-old serious right now? Like I'm so young as fuck,
14, huh? You just
Well, no, I was
know,
21, but
obviously. Yeah.
I looked like I was 14 when I'm clean shaven at 21.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
if you maintain the math, what would I look like now as 27, clean shaven?
20?
Yeah.
You're not 27. You're 26, right?
Am I? I don't know.
You were
What do you mean?
1990. Yes,
Yeah.
2016.
Am
Boys were getting old.
Am I 26 or am I 27?
You're going to be 27 next
Oh,
year,
I'm gonna be
Holmes.
27 next year.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. We're all the same age, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all
26.
1990s
Yeah.
kids.
I've lost track, dude. It doesn't really matter to me at this point. All that matters is how much money is incoming.
Money, dude.
It's not enough, man.
Yeah,
Whenever
it's
someone
never
asks
enough.
how old you are, you just say no.
Just
Hold
money,
on,
money.
let me yeah, let me consult my paycheck.
It's not enough, dude. I
Not
need a new
enough.
financial accountant, dude. I don't remember how old I am. Oh,
It's like,
gosh.
how old are you? Let me check my bank account.
Yeah, let me check my bank account. dude.
This bank account says I'm like 12. I don't really got much cash on me
Yeah,
right
dude.
now. So
It looks like I only have 4 more years to live, according to my bank account.
oh boy. Oh man, but
Oh,
yeah, no,
man.
I like this beer all in all, man, or whatever, cider, whatever you want to
Cider,
call
too.
it. I
Yeah,
don't
dude,
care.
I dig it. It's absolutely fine. Like it's drinkable. It's pleasant.
I don't think I'd ever really drink. See, that's the thing though.
That's an insult. That's drinkable.
No, not at all. I don't. Whoa, how's that an insult?
I mean, I would if I say it's drinkable, I'm literally saying like the only reason I'm drinking this is because it's
when
not
I'm saying
piss.
no. When I'm saying it's drinkable, that means like you don't have to fight it. Like it's just
Yeah, no, it's
like
just,
you can just chill out and have a drink.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
it's
have to
drinkable.
fight it, but
You know, Peroni is not drinkable. Like
a
IPAs are not drinkable.
I agree. Most IPAs are not.
Yeah, but I
yeah.
do enjoy IPAs. Like I'm not saying
Every
I don't.
now and then, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not something that you could just like
Yeah.
hang out, chill out, and like,
Bro, we went to RX's house like, I don't know, a week ago or something. It was me, David, and we went to RX and we were just playing board games and stuff. And me and David got like this thing called like Jamaica Red Ale or something. And you know me, bro, I'll drink like whatever is in front of me, and I it's if it's bad or good, I don't care. I'll drink
they
it.
straight threw it away.
We threw almost the
What the
entire
fuck?
6-pack away. It was
Yeah.
awful. It was an IPA that we learned after the fact that it was IPA.
Okay.
I hated it.
It was
I
a
hated
surreal
it, and
moment.
David didn't like it. Yeah.
It was
Fuck,
a surreal
man.
moment because like we were cleaning up, and I didn't like make anything of it. There was a very short interaction between Dave saying to John, "I didn't like this. Do you want it?" And John was like, "No, man. We should just throw it away or whatever." And then that was
Fuck.
like the first time I've heard this about like literally it was like 3-4
Wow, man.
bottles still left
Yeah.
in there.
I
And they
hated
just
it.
wanted
I
to
I
eat
would
it.
be super curious to give that a try because you finished your Oculto.
Yeah, I would rather have a Kulto than that. Like that was
Oh,
awful. That was my
dude.
0 out of 10. Like I didn't even want to finish it. It didn't bring me joy while I was drinking.
What was it called?
Jamaica Red Ale.
Jamaica Red Ale, huh?
It was
Going for a
0,
Jamaican
dude.
thing, go to fucking Red Stripe.
Red Stripe is Jamaican style though.
Yeah, it has Jamaica on it, dude. I don't know. I like
It's
Red
all
Stripe.
the same. Yeah, I like Red Stripe too, dude. But like, yeah, I don't know. I hated it. But in general, like IPAs are very hit and miss for me. More hit than miss, or more
Okay.
miss than hit. Sorry.
All
but
right.
the ones that they hit pretty well. So it's just it's a nice little thing.
That was
Nice little science, I guess. But yeah, man, that's my red ale story.
Yeah, but this is whatever. Honestly, I'd just rather drink a Blue Moon.
Damn.
If I want to drink with something with like
Blue
alcohol in it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, I dig it. I'll give this like
It's fine.
a 6.
I don't drink cider though, and I doubt I'm ever gonna really. I don't like shit that tastes like juice, like on the regular. Like I like this a lot,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't like
Yeah.
buy it. But I drink it again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just go because it's like juice.
It's
like,
in between an actual juice that I would thoroughly enjoy and an actual beer that I would thoroughly enjoy. That's why I'm saying like me calling it drinkable is sort of like an insult because I feel like it's not satisfying.
But like
in
that's
either
the thing,
way.
man. Like when I drink this, I don't really taste the alcohol. I just taste the
Yeah,
cider.
I don't drink-
just
I
taste,
mostly
it's like
just taste like the cider.
Exactly, but
and like
mostly
like it's 6%, dude. Like that's not. It's not a weak drink, and you don't even taste it. Like I think there's some merit to it.
I'm split, dude. If when I'm drinking this, I'm split between am I drinking juice or am I drinking a beer? And so like either I would drink
You're
a
drinking
juice or a
that's
beer.
gonna get you drunk, dude. It's great. So what else can you ask for?
Yeah, that's true, man. It's like
More money.
when you mix actual juice. More
More
money.
money, dude.
More
What else?
money.
What else
Less
could you
profit.
ask
Oh,
for? dude?
isn't that the
I wish I
truth?
was older.
Got more money in that bank
Oh,
account.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, too
no, it's
young-
like
too
it's like
young.
putting juice in like a mixed drink. You know, it'll just taste like juice. In the
I'd
end,
rather
I
have a
feel
mixed drink than this, dude.
Yeah, I love mixed drinks, dude. Mixed drinks are baller.
How about you pour some vodka into that,
Then it would be more of a
and
real
then
thing.
we can start the party.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we can start the podcast.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a little break. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine, dude. Well, anyways,
Okay.
I mean, what have you been playing lately? What's been going
Oh,
down?
boy, I am a very happy guy
Tell me why.
because Doom is released.
Doom.
Yes, and Doom is not a piece of shit. It's
It's
actually
not after all.
no, dude. It's fantastic.
It's been
Oh,
getting
okay.
glowing praise everywhere.
What?
But I don't know why. I haven't seen it or.
You guys have to see it. It's nuts. Like they captured the spirit of Doom. What made Doom's like
We even talked about it though. You mentioned how it wasn't good in the
Dude,
beta.
this
the
is-
beta, yeah, dude. The multiplayer. The multiplayer. They outsourced it to a different company.
Okay.
It didn't make the multiplayer.
All right.
Like the multiplayer is basically a Halo mixed with Call of Duty. Like you have loadouts and you have different kinds of like bullshit that you can do. You know, like Call of Duty shit.
Yeah.
So,
But the game itself, the single player game itself, I'm not finished with it. But time and time again, like I'm just continually impressed about like how they can capture what Doom is, like the very fast-paced, like just crazy metal.
Demon slaughtering.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, let me get this straight. So all the negativity about revolving Doom had to do directly just with the multiplayer.
From me at least, for the most part, yeah.
Because a lot of people were talking shit
about what, the
about
single player?
Doom.
No, multiplayer. Yeah, the Doom.
Yeah,
About in general.
yeah, dude. Like you guys should take a look. The multiplayer is not Doom. Multiplayer feels like a different game.
Right.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
Aren't there new? Well, okay. Let me ask you. There's a multiplayer, but there's also something else, right? Besides single player,
there's
like
three modes. There's campaign, which is your single player.
Yeah.
There's multiplayer that you go into lobbies and you fight against people, and then there's Snap Map.
I heard that's okay.
Yeah, Snap Map is actually pretty cool.
What is that?
Snap Map? It's basically it's like Little Big Planet, only in Doom. It's like a level editor,
What? Oh.
but you have a lot of freedom to just change stuff up. You could change key bindings. You can get rid of entire mechanics of the game. You can make your dude, like when you're playing, your guy can't jump.
That's really fun.
If you want to make a straight up copy of Doom 1, you can do that.
That's fun.
Cool. So it's like a rule. So you just continually you can change the rule set as you feel like, and people can play different tweaked rules and
Exactly.
for whatever.
I played one of the Snap Maps, which was the first level of Doom 2.
Okay.
And they basically took away everything in this new game away from you, and they just threw you in to Doom 2. It just looks like
That's so fun.
the new Doom. Yeah. You
That's
know,
fucking
like
slick,
you only
bro.
have the machine gun, you only have the pistol, you don't have like the new shit that they have.
So that just adds a lot of replayability to the game.
Yeah.
Is
And
there
you-
like a showcase, a Hall of Fame? Is there like the best ones are like voted to the top? Like how does it work?
Yeah, so like the game's not out for a very long time. So
Sure.
the first day that I got it, I checked out Snap Map, and there was like a whole bunch of stuff, you know, like featured stuff on the front page.
Gotcha.
And then I checked again yesterday, and it was still the same stuff.
Oh, for sure.
But you know, it's still early. It's
Yeah.
only been like it's not even been a week.
Bro, honestly,
So-
as long as the single player is good,
Yeah.
I mean, like I remember when I played Doom 3 with Areg, like back fucking in high school, dude, or maybe even middle school. I don't even remember how long ago this was. But
They didn't even have multiplayer.
He didn't.
right?
Yeah, it didn't have multiplayer. But like the single player was just so fun.
I mean,
Even
it
though
was
Doom
it was
3 is
all about the
different,
single
but-
player.
Yeah.
Like you played Doom for the single player.
Absolutely.
You played it for the story, for what's happening, for getting through it, dealing
Well,
with all that.
I guess that's true. Even though I think the early ones didn't they do have like local co-op or LAN or whatever, right?
Well,
Not co-op, like LAN and like,
Original Doom on the PC did have multiplayer.
Yeah,
Like you
but-
could get into lobbies
yeah.
with like 3 other people, and it was like a deathmatch.
yeah.
Sort
Yeah.
of thing.
But I
Like,
think
it wasn't
Quake
anything-
That's really the
big
best you
one.
can do with
Yeah,
it.
Quake was primarily a multiplayer game.
Yeah, it
Doom
was like
the
Doom multiplayer, but
Yeah, no,
Right?
Quake
Ah.
was
Yeah, for
For-
like obviously it's a different game.
yeah,
but
of course,
yeah.
of course.
Quake was multiplayer. I mean, Quake.
Yeah.
Well, you played Quake for the multiplayer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
it did
yeah.
have single player though, but like
Yeah.
that wasn't the focus of it.
Yeah,
Same
exactly.
way that the multiplayer wasn't the focus. Of
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
So do you have an idea of like how long the the single player is in Doom? Like how far are you in?
I am 10 hours in, and I feel like I'm getting near the end,
Oh,
but it's kind
really?
of hard to say. Like I'm not entirely sure.
So do you think you'd be satisfied like when you finish the single player? Or
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm probably gonna go back and play go another round because it
Oh.
unlocks higher difficulties.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's actually one of my complaints, that I don't think it's hard enough.
Interesting.
Yeah, because so I am playing on the hardest difficulty that they allow right now, which is ultra violence.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm just breezing through it.
That's
Dude, look-
interesting.
Look at Mr. Amin over here.
No,
He's
like,
been playing
I know,
some
like,
Dark
I've been
Souls, and
playing
now
some
he
Dark
thinks he's a
Souls.
big boy. Dude. I'm just teasing, man.
Dark Souls will do that to you, man. All
Yeah.
the other games.
No, I mean, well,
Oh, we should play Civ 5 on daily difficulty because Dark Souls
Oh,
3.
God.
No.
No, man.
no,
It's
no.
No, but I'm
But
glad
yeah,
you're
but,
liking
like, that's
Doom,
the
dude.
thing. Yeah, man. No, it's actually really fun.
Cool.
And so one thing that I really like about it is how old school it is. Like
Alright.
once you actually see it, once you actually get your hands on it, like it just sort of clicks because your actual like just regular walk speed, you're running at like 90 miles an hour. Like this game is fast. It's really, really fast, and it took me a bit of time to get used to. Because you're not really used to that kind of speed when it comes to a first-person
Right.
shooter.
No, you're
Can
not.
you bunny hop? Like in
Um,
Quake?
Bunny,
Where
I don't know.
like you jump and it maintains your speed and you get faster and shit and you can strafe like as you're jumping midair,
I believe so. So the one thing that they changed in Doom that you can get runes. Runes are you unlock a whole bunch of runes, but you
Okay.
could equip 3 at a time, and they change up your like how you play, like changes up little things.
Okay.
And one of them is an air strafe.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can strafe while you're in the air, and you need to do that to get to some certain secret rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And the
cool.
game is full of secret rooms.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I like
awesome,
that.
dude.
I
Yeah.
like
Dude,
that.
that sounds fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because Arag asked the question, like, how long do you think the single player campaign is, right? And you were saying 10 hours and how you might be bordering on near the end or at the last stretch. And I remember back in the day, even like when playing the old Halo games, it's not like the campaigns were that long. In FPS games, the campaigns are about like, let's say 10 to like 17 hours. And that's like generous or like fine. Nowadays, I think like Call of Duty and stuff, like I'm pretty sure they have lower, like
Yeah, you
just
can finish in
lower.
an afternoon for
You
sure.
can
Bro, I
finishing
mean,
a whole-
you play Call of Duty for the multiplayer.
No, I understand. No, I'm not saying like anything's wrong. I just think that like 10 hours, like in an FPS game, regardless now, I understand even if you want to focus on the single player, like that's being pretty generous. You can't expect much more out of an FPS game than like 10 to 17 hours of play, like from the campaign. Like after that, like what are you doing?
Yeah, man. Like
You know?
honestly, like
You're
you
just kinda-
want a
there's-
well-constructed campaign, not a long, drawn-out
Okay.
one.
I mean,
you
the
know?
important thing
Because-
is that the 10 hours you did spend, you're very satisfied. You're thoroughly
Yeah.
yeah,
satisfied with it.
and like so one thing that again I keep coming back to, like how old school it is. There's no reload.
What do you mean?
You have bottomless clips until you run out of ammo. Like
No
it
way!
is old school. Like they have brought back a whole bunch of stuff that you don't really see in FPS.
That's
anymore.
hilarious.
Yeah,
do you
it's
run out of
super
ammo
arcadey.
often, or I mean, like how
There's
does it-
ammo all over the place.
Oh.
But yeah, so you have like 6 or 7 different weapons, and you're supposed to switch between them because if you main one weapon, you will run out.
Okay.
Obviously, you will run out.
Yeah, of course.
So what makes the game hard? Like you're saying you're breezing through it, and
Yeah, man, that's the thing. Like it's
what's the hardest? What's like some of the most difficult things you had to deal with, even if they weren't?
so
that
one
hard?
thing that I think that they do really, really fucking well, and they get me off guard every single time, is how they introduce bosses.
Okay.
It's really fucking cool. So you enter a room and some dude spawns and you get like a little animation, like the camera zooms into his face, you know, like gives him a fucking title card and everything.
Sure.
And then now you have to fight the boss. The boss does some cool shit, has a health bar and everything.
Of
You're like,
course,
oh
of
fuck,
course.
all right, a boss.
And
Here
you
we
had
go.
no clue that.
So you
were about
fight
to-
him, right? So like it's called the Hell Reaver or like
Okay.
the Hell Beast or whatever. It's like this little worm that goes into this gigantic hulking bone meat
Okay.
device sort of mech
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
It's fucking nuts. So you fight him, right? It's a long fight. It's tough. After you kill him,
Mm-hmm.
you get another animation, and 2 more of those guys spawn. And they don't have any health bars because it's just a regular mob.
Oh,
That's what they
wow.
do.
So after
and
you
then
kill
after
a boss,
you
it's
kill
like
the boss, it's just a regular mob. It just
that's
gets added
so
to the game.
fun.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
They happened twice so far. And then you
baller.
just first time the cyber demon.
Oh, okay. Oh, isn't that like a famous like monster?
Yeah,
right,
it's a
from
famous.
Doom?
Yeah, it's like the
Cyber-
famous monster in Doom.
Yeah, dude.
Not
then-
Doctor Who,
Not the.
the Cybermen.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
That's fun, man. They did that in Dark Souls 3 too. Sometimes where a boss is like ends up being a regular mob later in the game. They've done that a couple of times.
Have
Yeah.
they?
Crystal Sage.
Crystal Sage.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're in the Grand
God.
Archives now, right? Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
that wasn't the Crystal Sage.
It wasn't.
I mean,
but
it
it's
was
the
like
same monster.
basically
Sure.
very same. Looks similar, casts similar spells. Maybe it doesn't do as much damage and has less HP.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure the mobs like that are in Doom too. I'm sure they don't have the exact same HP and damage as the boss itself.
Honestly, dude, it fucking feels like it.
You think
Really?
so?
Yeah, it really does feel like
How long
it.
does a boss fight take in Doom?
So,
Like in general, like how long? Like, are you expected to be there? Like, you know, a good like 5 to 10 minutes, like fighting this boss, or it's like a quick like.
Yeah, I
you
would
just
say like
gotta
around
wreck 'em.
5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sure, I think that's fair.
It's a pretty long boss fight.
If you don't know like their animation, you don't know
What happens if you die? So like a boss fight, do you just spawn at a
that's-
checkpoint or what?
That's actually the one thing that I dislike. How generous they are with the checkpoints. If they wanted to make, like, I wish they would give you less checkpoints.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I'm
because
sure
you
could
get
change
checkpoints-
that later.
no. you
What about
can't.
higher difficulties? Maybe less checkpoints there.
I think for
don't
the
know.
last difficulty, Nightmare Plus or whatever they
no
call it,
checkpoints.
no checkpoints,
Hell yeah.
and your health is constantly ticking down.
Oh, what the hell? Okay,
So
bro,
you have
there's
to
your
like rely
challenge.
on health pickups.
Dude, that's crazy. I can imagine
So you have to
Twitch
go-
streamers and YouTube
You have to
videos.
go. You have to speed run it essentially.
Yeah.
At that point, you have to go through
It's
the game
actually very
quicker.
interesting. So like one thing that they changed about Doom that at first I thought I was a little like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know why they're adding this and changing this. But they added quick kills. So if you damage a minion enough, or demon or whatever, they start glowing blue. That means they're in a staggered state, and you can walk up to them, melee them, and you immediately kill them.
Oh, that's cool.
Like
Yeah.
an execution, basically.
like an execution. At first, I'm like, dude, this is so fucking dumb. Like, why did they add this to Doom? But it fucking changes the game so much because every time you do an execution on a demon, you're guaranteed health.
Like you like
The
regen. health.
guy will drop health.
Oh, okay.
So
need
it
to
becomes
do
like
that.
a risk reward thing. Like, should
Okay.
I go up and melee this guy and risk getting hit?
Oh, so you're not invulnerable while you're executing the
Oh no!
animations
While
happening?
the animation's happening, it happens really, really quick.
Okay.
Like it
It's
happens
just like
really
a
quick.
boom, like-
And there are runes that
Yeah.
speed up your animation even more.
Oh, that's so fun.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I
dude.
like that kind of shit.
That's
And that's the
awesome.
thing with the runes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little tweaks that it does to the gameplay. It's not necessarily like boost damage 25%. It's nothing like that. It's
Okay.
like air strafe.
Yeah, like airstrafe rune
Yeah.
sounds fun.
It's like speed up animation, climbing animation by like 25% or whatever.
Wow.
That's
It's like
actually
little
pretty
things like
baller,
that,
dude.
yeah.
That's what I like, at least from what you're telling me, is that, yeah, it might have changed a lot of the stuff that Doom is known for or whatever, but it's being thoughtful about it. It has a concise system. It's cohesive. It's comprehensive. And on top of that, it's internally consistent with itself. So, yeah, you have the melee stuff and it gives you health, but there's also things that support it or don't support it. And I'm sure you could change it in the snap maps if you want. Like,
Yeah.
a lot. It sounds cool, man. It sounds
Yeah.
very fun.
Dude, I am fucking digging it, man. And
I'm glad.
so like it is full of Easter eggs.
Oh,
This game
if you're
is
a fan,
just
huh?
Yeah, dude, it's
Everything.
just full of it. Like one of
I've seen
my
one.
favorite thing.
the
Which one?
Terminator one.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's the Terminator one that if you
Yeah.
fall in lava,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as you're dying, you give a
You
thumbs
do
up.
thumbs up.
It's
Yeah,
great.
I saw that
Oh,
one on YouTube.
I've seen another one when you die. It shows the original Doom face of you dying. Have you seen that shit?
No,
It's like through your visor. It's like the original pixelated Doom guy's face. Like
that's
when
awesome.
you die. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's great.
Really weird. Yeah.
My favorite one that I've seen. So apparently, there's one of this in every level.
Okay.
There's a secret room,
Mm-hmm.
and once you find it, there's a little window, and when you look through the window, you see original Doom.
oh,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
way.
that's cool,
Have
dude.
you found it in every level?
I've just found like videos on YouTube and like
Oh,
I've been looking around. I haven't actually seen it,
Okay.
but you get like little windows to like the original Doom,
That's
and
cool,
that
man.
actual thing that you're looking at, the room of original Doom that you're looking at, also exists in the level that you're playing. It's just like an
No.
updated version of that room.
Oh,
It's like it is
no.
full of homages back to the original games. Like
That's cool.
It's
man.
fucking great.
I bet it
man.
feels very gratifying if you're a fan.
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing is
Yeah.
that in general people are very appreciative of the single player. Like they're just so surprised how it wasn't fucked up.
Yeah.
Like they were like everyone's just like pleasantly surprised. Like how did this game not
Yeah.
just be trash?
Yeah, man. Like if you grew
know.
up playing Doom and if you just enjoy that kind of game, like this will like the nostalgia chord hit,
Hit
man.
the
Like
spot,
it's
huh?
it's fantastic.
I think
like
of
I'm really enjoying this.
I think of Duke Nukem when I think of Doom a little bit. Like,
Okay, yeah,
'cause they were
it's, like,
kind of similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the new Duke Nukem they released was like
Piece of
yeah,
fucking
it's like
trash.
absolutely disappointing, right?
Well, yeah, that
Yeah, it was a
also
trash
has a
fire.
whole like history behind it. Like
Yeah.
delay this, delay that, goes to different developer, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Like for years, like different cycles of development. Like
I feel like the vibe was the same, sort of like
Yeah.
that Doom is going to be disappointing in the same way that like Duke Nukem was disappointing, but I guess it turned out to be pleasant.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Wolfenstein thing went pretty well for them.
dude, I
So-
heard Wolfenstein, the new ones,
Mhm.
are like amazing games.
Yeah.
Of their own right. Like they're just really, really
I've
good
actually do
games.
like-
great stories and everything.
After playing Doom, I sort of want to go and buy Wolfenstein.
I do
like
too.
the
No.
new Wolfenstein
Yeah,
that
yeah,
came
I
out.
wanna-
Like
I wanna
it
try
was
one
a
of
few
them,
years
yeah.
ago. It looks fantastic, man. Like I never played Wolfenstein as a kid though.
Me neither,
So like
me
I
neither.
don't really have like a big tie to it, but like
No.
it's still interesting to
Might
see.
be cool. You know what I actually have on my Steam? I never played it, but I bought it. Was Far Cry Blood Dragon or something?
Fuck, dude, I love that game.
Really? The
Yeah.
Blood Dragon one?
People
praise
I've-
that shit.
I've never played it, but I just have it on my Steam and it looked cool.
I don't know like how well
It
it
looks
ages.
cool, dude.
I don't know
How
how
many-
well it ages right now because it's been like 4 years or whatever,
Who
however long
cares,
it's
man?
been.
I'm
But
sure it's great.
it was fun, man. Like when I played it, I had a pretty good time.
does
with
it hold up?
Does it hold up?
Oh,
Does
maybe,
it
dude.
does it fit in that category?
4 years, bro. We may as well. We can.
So
we-
you're saying Civ 5 is up for the table now?
dude? Honestly, with Civ Beyond Earth being out and the new one,
That's
being
what I was
announced,
saying,
Like,
dude.
yeah, I guess Civ. Maybe
Nobody knows
I
what we're
don't know.
talking about right now, though.
Oh, it doesn't matter if they know or don't. They're
Well,
gonna know.
They
They're
will
gonna-
know
they
about our
will
new
know.
series just around the corner.
I have another question for you in Doom, though.
Yes, let me hear it.
When I played Doom 3 with John, it was
Doom
scary.
3 is
man.
very different.
It was scary, yeah. So I wanted to ask you: is Doom scary?
No.
Like, is it thrilling? Like, do you get that like
Doom 3
something's gonna pop out at me somewhere?
Doom 3 is a lot more towards horror.
Yeah.
And this Doom is a lot more towards arcade. It's not a scary game. It's like it's not atmospheric.
Oh man,
it's
that's disappointing to me.
Really?
I was a fan of Doom.
I love
See,
Doom
that's the
3.
thing, man. Like
atmosphere.
Doom 3 has a lot of like love-hate thing. Like for
Yeah,
people
I
that
can see
were
that.
like grew up and like loved the original Doom, like it's such a leap. Like it's so different from what Doom actually is all about.
That's what I
got like they tried to
accustomed
take it in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, it was cool. Like I enjoyed that game too.
Yeah.
I love Doom 3, bro.
But
I love
like
that.
for me, like I would say this Doom is the best Doom.
Interesting.
Whoa. Best
Yeah.
Doom, huh?
Yeah, it's
don't
just
know,
like it takes the ideas, it takes everything from Doom 1 and it just makes it better.
We don't have that many good horror games nowadays.
Yeah, we do, bro. It's fucking full of it.
What?
Fuck horror games.
Like what?
What? Like
What's a really good horror game?
The
can
Evil
play
Within.
I don't
right
play horror. The
Evil
what was it?
Within.
Which one's Evil Within?
I think it's like by
Oh,
Bethesda
yeah.
thing. They came up with like
But when did
That
was
game
that
looked alright.
released?
That was recent.
2 years ago, maybe.
No,
Or
less.
2 years ago,
maybe
man.
Less.
1 or 2 years. Yeah.
That Until Dawn game.
Until Dawn.
That game looks alright.
Does it?
That game looks fucking cool, by the way. Yeah.
I want a really like nice big hit horror game that
Well,
like everybody's talking
Check
about.
out Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys
Okay.
hear about the game that Kojima and Guillermo del Toro were making?
No.
No?
The
The one that they teased today?
No, I don't know if they teased it today. I have no clue. But it was a game. It was on the PS Network. Like you could download a demo of it. Okay.
Oh yeah,
and then what happened was the deal to make that game went like it didn't go through.
Okay.
So they pulled that game,
Okay.
and very few people actually have the demo of it anymore. But they were saying this is gonna be like the big thing for horror games. Like this is gonna be like
Oh, man.
the scariest thing. And people who play the demo were like, "This is the freakiest thing."
Yep.
They have. I'm sure they have YouTube videos.
it's
that
the
are
thing,
somewhere.
man. Was it like PT? I think
PT,
that was-
yeah, Project something, but
yeah.
it was PT is what it stood for. I've seen a clip of it, like a very brief clip, like just like a WebM or whatever online, and I couldn't watch the whole thing, dude. I was like, this is like too.
I know what
freaky.
you're
That's
saying,
what
man.
I
That
want.
thing's
It's too
terrifying.
eerie.
That's exactly what I want,
It
dude.
was
I want a
terrifying.
game that is so terrifying that you have to like think twice about playing. Like
Yeah.
you can't just play it. Like you have to really collect yourself and like you can't be alone. You can't really be in the dark.
Did you guys ever play Condemned?
Yeah, man, we love that
Yeah.
shit. We had a phase, dude. Me and John, we had a phase where literally we would pick up the next like horror game that's like decent and just
Fear,
Play it together.
Condemned, like, and just play Doom.
and just play it together. Doom 3 was one of those. That's
Cool.
why. And Condemned was amazing, dude.
Yeah,
Condemned-
Condemned. Like in my head, is like one of the most atmospheric,
Condemned
fucking
1
scary
and
ass-
2.
Yeah,
I
1
think
and
are
2.
I was not the biggest fan of 2 because they give you a gun way too often.
Sure.
You just felt safe. Like you're
Sure.
just walking around with like a fucking machine gun.
It was more actiony.
Yeah.
Which
Condemned
one?
1 was like you're fucking inside of a fucked up city with like druggies all over the place. It's
Yeah.
I like that game a lot, dude.
Do you remember the scene with the mannequins where like
Fuck that.
was that one
Fuck
or
that.
two?
That was one.
That was one, right?
No, they're both. They have both. They both have
Dude,
a mannequin.
That
scene.
night,
That's one of my fears, by the way. Fucking mannequins, dude.
Yeah,
I don't like mannequins.
that night after we played that part with the mannequins where they just like show up behind you and they just get closer and shit when you're looking away.
Fuck that.
That night, I drove John home, dude. And like when he was getting out of the car, it was like already dark and stuff. Like we were genuinely afraid. We were like looking around, watch out for the mannequins, dude. Like, we were straight up. I couldn't
to
sleep.
this day, he still tells me when he
Yeah.
drops me off, he's like, "Watch out for the mannequins." To this day,
Yeah,
Fuck
games
that.
like that are so memorable, dude.
Yeah.
That you just remember them because they just instilled so much fear in you at the
Yeah.
time.
We should definitely take a look at Condemned.
Oh,
That'll be
dude,
really
does
fun.
that
We
hold
can.
up?
We definitely can
Does
do that.
Is that a console game or a PC
I'm sure
game
it's on
too?
PC.
I'm
don't
pretty
remember.
sure I have it on Steam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's
dude.
do Condemned 1 or something.
Let's do it.
The
Bro.
mannequin part. We'd have to get there, but yeah.
We'll
That's
need
some
to-
funny
We'll
stuff,
need to change your
man.
pants.
Have you guys ever played like Amnesia?
Yeah,
I didn't like Amnesia. I
Yeah.
thought it was a dumb game, honestly.
I didn't get far in
it was pretty
It,
dumb.
it was stupid because I remember I played it in Santa Cruz and I was playing with Hike at the
Yeah.
time, and he was playing, and then every room you go into, you expect something, and there's nothing.
And there's
like
nothing.
nothing happening in
It's
every
a
room. You
false
just-
sphere.
It's a false sphere. And then he would just be like, "Bro, I can't handle it." Just like, it's the suspense. Like play. I just started playing, like just walking, like nothing, and nothing happened. Like it was
Yeah.
like totally a nonchalant game.
Yeah,
not fun. The atmosphere. I know a lot of people praise it, but I thought it was kind of whatever.
Like at the very beginning, I remember it says like put on headphones, turn off the lights, like get yourself in the mood.
See, I don't like
Yeah.
that. I don't
Yeah.
like that you have to like do all these external things to come close to what the game's trying to like
Yeah.
have you experience. With Doom 3, I can't turn off the lights because that's like too much. The game already itself is like horror enough. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's the kind of game I want for horror, man. The suspense, like whatever, bro. Building up to something and then nothing happens, and
Yeah.
like
No,
there was
fair enough.
another game, Fear.
I liked
Not the
Fear.
biggest fan of Fear.
I liked Fear.
We
I
thought it was
liked
pretty
a lot,
cool.
Yeah.
It
was alright.
It was more like an action, and the horror was kind of just intermixed in between and stuff. But I like the combo of like the action and the horror the way they did it. It was horror enough for me to enjoy it as a horror game.
Yeah.
Plus, it was an action game at the same
And it
time.
had
you
cool
know?
mechanics and everything. Like you could slow down time and like.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a bullet time ish.
It was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
man. Yeah, that game was all right.
Yeah,
Sure.
I liked it.
Come to think
And
of
we
it.
need more games that are like horror games, man. I
Yeah.
feel like
Dude, horror
stimulate
games
the
are
emotions, you
bomb.
know.
Just wait for VR to get big.
Oh no
like
way!
that to get popular.
No,
like, of course,
that's too
so
much.
it's coming.
Like a VR horror game? Are you dumb?
A VR like
They do
Silent
it, bro.
Hill, dude.
Yeah, no. What
No.
Was, bro, there's one that looks fucking terrifying.
No, that's too much.
like
man.
you're walking around in a hotel room. There's like a ghost also.
No, that's too
like
much.
she comes and fucks with you.
That's too much. There's too much, dude.
Yeah,
there's like a
that's
too much.
I know. I agree. That's like crossing the line.
There needs to be like a balanced amount of horror where like it's just enough to make me feel on the edge,
Yeah.
right? But like to look over my shoulder every 5 seconds, but not so much that I have to drop it and like
Sure.
not play it. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
figure out the formula.
Imagine those like augmented reality headsets that you put on. So like you're inside your room,
Right.
you know, like regularly walking around. But like it projects fucking ghosts.
Yeah, and like
scary
somebody's
ass
actually
images
walks in with like a
inside your
fucking
house.
chainsaw and it's coming at you.
No,
Yeah,
I
bro.
would just take my Google Glass and just start smashing it on the
But what if as you take it off, he's still fucking there, dude?
Oh yeah, dude! I can't wait, dude. Technology, bro, it's rapidly expanding and changing, dude.
No, it will happen. It'll happen. Someone somewhere is gonna be on a VR playing a horror game in the middle of the night, and someone's gonna break into their house during that very moment.
And he's gonna think it's like, oh, whatever, video games.
He's gonna take off his headset because he's gonna hear some extra noises, and there's gonna be someone right in front of him. And he's not gonna know how to react, and he's just gonna
You're
get
just gonna
blasted.
scream, dude. I would scream. I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Dude, honestly, in my most afraid moments, I lose my voice completely.
Yep.
Like when I actually need to scream, I can't. Nothing comes out. You just open your mouth, and it's like.
Yep.
It's
It's
a
like
There's
hollow
been
it's
thing.
like
like
it just
two
gets-
times in my
for
life
sure.
where I've been in that moment where I just can't scream because I'm too afraid. Once it was in a dream,
Fuck.
like a vivid dream, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some shit, dude.
Oh,
Fucking
also-
Doom, goddamn Doom,
Yeah.
dude.
Also, speaking of horrors, dude, sleep paralysis.
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever
I
experienced?
used to have that all the time.
I had
I
it
used to
once
get it
don't think
all
I've
the
ever
fucking
had
time.
that.
all the time, dude. That's
Yeah.
I pity you. Like I feel sorry
It
for
was
you, man.
when I was vegan.
That's
Mhm.
you know that's very interesting.
It's whenever you go through like very big changes in your life, like
Yeah.
that shit happens, dude.
Yeah.
It was
That's
when I was
interesting,
vegan
man.
and when I started going back to regular eating. I started getting sleep paralysis all the fucking time, dude. Fuck
yeah.
that.
Fuck that shit. I hear a big one is sleeping on your back, like lying down on your back. Apparently, it doesn't really happen as often if you're on your belly or on your side. It happens when you're lying on your back. I'm sure it has a lot to do with like what's happening inside your body, obviously. But sleep paralysis, man. I only had that shit once. Hands down, scariest thing that ever
Yeah.
happened to me. Just not undescribable fear.
Holy fuck!
It was
It is
like-
undescribable. Like
I've never experienced this. I
Just
it
absolute-
sounds scary, dude.
it's like you feel like you feel like you're gonna die.
Bro,
You
it's-
feel it's like it's such a weird thing.
It's equal to like waking up in the middle of the night and realizing someone broke into your house and they're literally like entering your room right now, and you have to deal with it, and you're paralyzed. You can't move. Like you cannot move.
Yeah.
Like your eyes are open, you're staring at your intruder in the eye, and your intruder is literally like a shadow demon. And you're just like you're awake, you're
And
there.
a shadow
You're-
demon or shadow fiend?
No, it's a shadow demon. It's straight up. And most people experience a very similar dream, like being in your dream when you have your eyes closed, you're like in a large cavernous area, and then there's like some shadow demon like up there and shit, and like looking down at you.
It's
And
always
then,
some demonic fucking thing.
yeah,
dude.
and you're trying to like wake up because you feel very unpleasant. Like it's actually scary. Then when you wake up, you find yourself in a scarier place because the shadow demon is right on your fucking ceiling in your room and like getting closer to you, and you can't fucking move. Like you start panicking. Like real life,
dude.
you close your eyes, you're back
The
in the
fuck?
dream. You open your eyes, he's there. You close your eyes, you're back in the dream, and it's like this back and forth until like your body snaps out of it, and it's it's just the worst experience ever.
All right. Well, I don't want to experience that.
Don't
I'd
sleep
rather
on your
just-
back.
I don't. I'd rather just play.
Don't sleep on your back.
I'd rather just
Or
play
fucking
Doom,
Shadow
dude.
Demon will come for you,
That's
dude.
it.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with Shadow Demon, dude.
Yeah.
He's a fucking shit hero. Like, get him out of here, dude.
He's not a shit hero.
He's not. He's actually OP.
He's
as
actually
fuck,
pretty
dude.
great. Yeah.
High learning curve.
All right, guys, let's take a break. We'll be back.
No paralysis.
Video games.
What?
We're back.
Hello.
Are we?
Are we?
Arby's?
Arby's.
Arby's,
is
chicken and
fucking
waffles.
terrible.
Yeah, it is.
I've never eaten there.
No, you're not missing much.
Chick-fil-A is great, by the way.
Yes,
I've never had Chick-fil-A. I really want to have Chick-fil-A. I heard it's great. I want to have the grilled
it's
chicken nuggets.
fantastic, man. Like
Surprisingly good.
there's like a whole bunch of controversy and shit about that.
There is.
Like, but
What?
fuck that, dude.
The food
But the
itself.
food is
yeah,
good,
What
man.
controversy? No, hit
Like
me up.
they wouldn't hire gay people.
Oh man, whatever.
They're
bro.
religious, man. They're Christian.
I mean, sure, like
Yeah, they're closed on Sundays.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
that's fine, bro.
weird, man. It's a fucking restaurant. Like if I want my fucking Chick-fil-A on a Sunday, give it to me.
No, I mean, that's the owner.
Give me.
I mean, it's all
Right?
about the owners. It's private. It's private.
I don't
Dude, it's
know.
not public. So public, yeah. Then if it's public, you get to demand certain rights, right? But if it's private, they get to fuck with you however they
It's the
want.
same
Dude.
thing with fucking Valve. Like they're private, they do whatever they want, right? But then Blizzard Activision is like it's publicly owned. No, it's. I mean, that's how it works.
Hey
though.
man, if I want a chicken on Sunday, I have to go to fucking El Pollo Loco.
I don't know. Ask.
You think I'm loco, dude?
You think I'm loco, dude? I'm not gonna go to El Pollo Loco.
Wow, we're going off the rails, huh?
Yeah.
Bro,
Let's get it back
honestly-
on the rails.
Let's get it back on the rails. So games, video
Games.
games.
Civilization.
5.
We're living in it.
We're back to that again, dude. Honestly,
Yeah.
we have phases in our lives, at least me and like among my friends circle, that will be in a Civ 5 phase randomly.
Yeah, you guys have started up a game, haven't
Again, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, you're the you're the one who initiated it.
I did initiate
You were
it, yeah.
playing it, and then we're like, okay, why not? Let's all join in. Let's have a good time.
Yeah.
And it's been fun, dude.
It's been
Civ
really
5, like I loved it when I played the vanilla,
Mhm.
and now I have both expansions. I don't even know when I got these expansions, by the way. Like I must have been in a Steam sale
Yeah, man.
delirium or
You've
something.
been oblivious to a lot of the mechanics of the expansions.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't
it's
know.
really-
I don't
yeah.
know how the religion. Like, I have no clue about how any of it works.
Yeah.
I've just been experiencing it now, like playing it now,
Yeah.
like World Congress and shit. Like, I don't know what the
Yeah,
hell
that
that all
shit's
is.
fun.
No, it's fun. Civ 5, dude. You told me, one time that you have never taken a Civ 5.
I've never taken the Civ.
Why? Why is that? Do you have like specific
I've
reasons? Or
never. So I've never played multiplayer. I've never played with other people.
just, okay.
And like Civ for me has always been a single player game.
Same
Like,
here.
I've always played it single player.
Me
But
too.
you can exploit the AI so easily.
A little bit.
And it
yeah.
just makes it so unfun. And once you put it on the higher difficulties, like it just becomes unfair.
True.
Like
The higher
they just
difficulties
get
is-
handicaps.
yeah.
Like it doesn't make the game harder. It just makes it unfair.
It
But
makes
how
it
like-
do
unfair.
you make the game? Like, how do you make a game like that harder?
By playing
the
against other players.
No. I mean, like for the AI.
For the
see.
AI?
the
There's no
AI.
way.
There's only you can give them handicaps. That's the only way, dude.
Yeah, I
It
guess.
sucks. It really does. It's awful, but
Because
yeah.
anytime an AI is making a decision, you're going to have to program it to make the wrong decision. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like otherwise you're programming it to make the right decisions every given turn, right?
Yeah.
So like how are you going to make
I don't
your-
think that's a fair statement. I don't believe that there's a correct move that you can make.
every turn there is, of course.
A correct move?
Well, there's a, lot of
yeah, to
yeah.
maximize depending on which victory you're going for. Obviously, there's a wrong move. Let's say you're going for cultural victory. There's wrong moves to make. Like, you know, you're not going to make a warrior unit when you're going for a cultural victory, you know? So
Okay.
No, but no. Actually, but that's that. So even if you're going for a culture victory, let's say, the best move might still be that turn to build the warrior because you need it.
If
right?
barbarians are interfering with
Right,
you,
right.
all of that. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying the AI takes into account all of the things that happen on the map. Like the fog of war doesn't suddenly make the AI like not understand how that there's no barbarians. You know what I'm saying? Like it knows barbarians 5 spaces away. It's going to get here in this many turns. Like that's the point of AI, right? It just thinks way faster than you under all the circumstances.
Okay.
So raising and lowering the difficulty is all about how much resources they start with. So like raising the difficulty, the AI starts with more resources.
happiness, resources,
Yeah.
everything like is just.
I think-
always in
Yeah, they
their
get like a
favor later
happiness
on.
boost.
That's just the
right?
easiest. That's
and
the
you get a
easiest way to
happiness,
do it.
like you get a more unhappiness the harder your game is.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
That's the
dude.
easiest way to do it. I'm not saying it's impossible to have a legit like difficulty programming done, but it would just be so much more difficult, dude, because you would have to program it to know when to make a wrong decision, when to make a right decision, when not to get too ahead of you, when to like how to stay in this kind of difficulty range.
I don't know, bro. Like in this day and age, I think it's fair to want good AI in
I mean,
enemies.
Civ 5 is not really this day and age, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, it's
a
a
little old.
recent game. I would say recent.
No,
It's not
I wouldn't
old.
I wouldn't say Civ 5 is recent, bro.
So what I'll say is that it's in recent memory.
It's in recent
But
memory,
yeah,
but
it's
it's not
not-
a recent game.
I played it in
dude.
Santa Cruz,
Okay.
dude. And Santa Cruz was like a lifetime ago for
Yeah.
me. So
Okay.
4 or 5 years
You know, I
ago
don't
is an old game, dude. A 4 or 5 year old game, man. Like older than that even. But yeah, 5 years for a game, I'd say it's old. But it just plays so well, and because we have these phases where we randomly play it, it just feels like it's a recent game for all
So
of
I'll
us.
tell you this. I mean, you never took to the game, but you also admitted you never played the multiplayer.
Yeah.
I think that if you played like with friends or like the way we do, like where we're on Mumble and talking about our shit and
Yeah.
just like whatever, I think it would be more fun simply because you're playing
For
a
sure.
game with friends or whatever.
Dude, but like that's the one thing about Civ that another thing that turns me off about it is it will always go down to war.
No,
Always.
not
It will
necessarily.
always
man.
go down to
no.
war.
Okay,
If you see some guy's going for a cultural victory and he's doing well, what do? You build a fucking army and you attack him.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that
Like
that
it will
is true.
always go to war. Either you're playing against AI or with other players. Definitely against other players.
if you take
It's going to be an all-out war.
if you take domination victory out though, and like there's ways you can manipulate.
Bro, are you
going to
take out domination victory out? Did
Never.
you guys take out domination
I would never.
victory
I
take
out?
would
that
never
shit
do
out.
that
I
in
would
my
never
life.
take
So in
that
the
shit
Civ
out.
game that you guys are playing, how many wars have happened?
Well, we played tons of Civ games
Okay,
actually, like
let me-
at
let me-
once, like simultaneously.
Okay.
Can I touch
Yeah,
on the
we-
friend subject? Because I was gonna say like,
My
yeah,
friends are not my friends.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
your tongue? I mean,
No. No, dude, the friend dynamic is amazing because I feel like in most games when you say, oh, if you played with friends, the game would be funner, and that's pretty much where you end. You just say, yeah, if I had friends playing this game with me, it would be a funner game all around. With Civ 5, it's a give and take, dude. It's funner in some ways, and it sucks in other ways. For example, when you're playing with AI, you click next turn, and like mere seconds later, it's your turn again. So like you're playing the game more quickly, you know? When you're playing with friends, like 4 or 5 other friends,
they have to make the move.
yeah, man, you're waiting for them. It's turning into
waiting
like
is crazy.
it turns into a chess game. Like people start getting sort of aggravated. It's not as calming of a game anymore because now you're waiting for this person, then that person, right? And then let's say I pass my turns more quickly on the average, right? And the same person usually stalls most of the time, right? I'll be like, okay, let's hurry up. Let's pass the turn. Let's go. Why are you taking so long? Blah, blah, blah. Then eventually I'll have like one turn where I'm taking longer because I actually have like important things to take care of. And that person doesn't have a long turn that turn. So then they'll be like, oh, look who's talking now, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Now you're
it
taking
becomes
some...
competitive on like levels that aren't competitive.
aren't part of the game.
Sure.
You know,
Fair
it's
enough.
Yeah, no.
like you're holding each other up. If you're playing single player, you could just multitask, right? You can get up, do other stuff, things like that.
Well,
but when you're sitting
yeah.
down with friends, you have to pay attention
Yeah.
to the game. You have to consider the other people, right? Now
Yeah.
it's like if someone BRBs, everybody's
Yeah.
halted. There isn't really that much to look at when you're not taking your turn.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean? So
The thing that we've turned to now instead of versing one another is that we're a team and we just verse harder AI. Like
Okay.
we pump up the difficulty. We've been practicing with the next difficulty. Now we're gonna practice with the one after that, etc.
Wait, so it's like 4 of you guys and you guys are just playing against
3,
AI?
4, 2. Like we have
depending on
multiple
who's
games going at
available
once,
to play.
dude.
Oh, sure.
Sometimes like me and John are only available to play, so we'll start a 2v2v2, let's say.
Right on.
Just us, and then like maybe Sean can play, so 3v3v3. Ideally, we do like a 4 or 5 person team versus another 4 or 5 person AI team. Another thing I was gonna bring up though, the reason we switched from versing each other to AI is because the experiences we had versing each other, like you said, it comes down to war.
Yep.
So one time, what happened was I made an army. Typically, I'm like the one that will make an army or something, or like resort to some sort of threat or war.
Sure,
where
you
the other people,
warmongering.
yeah.
God damn
The
it.
slaver over here.
Yeah, I feel like if I never like threatened anybody on any level, we'd all sit there. If there were no barbarians on the map, we'd all sit there, just keep trying to race wonders. Like, can I get this wonder next? Or okay, I didn't.
I
get
don't know
this one,
about
I'm gonna
that,
try to
bro.
get the
I feel
next
like
one.
Sean would be
No, man, not
would be
really.
like a warmongering.
He is in some games. I played Civ, the Beyond Earth one with him,
Yeah.
and he just started like the warmongering stuff fairly early,
Interesting.
but I was allied with him.
Okay.
So it was basically me,
It's cool.
me and him versus like Vahok and Haig, And then
Sure.
Mahed was the wild card.
Nice.
We didn't know what Mahed was doing. And then I remember one time this afternoon, Mahed told me his whole strategy was going to like double, like he was going to betray us, but then also come back to us in the end after he betrayed Vahak and Haig and all this crazy shit like he was telling
What
me. Like,
did he just get like,
we
wiped
just stopped
out?
the game. I didn't like Beyond Earth at all.
Oh.
I hated that.
I didn't like it too much
I
either.
didn't like it at all. I liked the Civ 5.
Civ 5
with
is
the
better.
expansions, yeah.
Didn't they do something different about the multiplayer in Beyond Earth? Like, didn't they make it so everyone's kind of taking their turn at the same time?
No,
Was
you
it
could,
that?
you take your turn at the same time as well in the fifth
In
one.
Civ 5?
They didn't change anything, bro.
Only when there's war.
Well, hold on. Wait a second. Just going back real quick. You can take your turn at the same time.
everybody
As
is.
everybody else. Yeah, you're all taking your turns at the
Everybody's-
same time, and it's just marking off people that click next turn, like you become grayed out, and it
Okay.
waits for the last person to click next turn. Then the
But then
AI
who
starts
gets-
taking their turn.
Who gets priority on, like,
On
who's
war.
moved
So
first?
that's what I'm saying. When it's
Yeah.
wartime, there's options in the game that you set up before you start the game where you can change how the turns work if war is started. When war starts, it's like a hybrid. So like then it's not sequential, like it becomes sequential. It's not simultaneous anymore. And then I don't know how that's determined,
Okay.
who takes it first, but there is such a thing as like one person has to go first, the other person goes next if you're at war.
Fair
but
enough.
if you're not at war, there's no point in it.
Isn't
Doesn't matter. who
there?
goes.
There should be an in-game timer that you could set that after 1 minute,
It just
turn
automatically
progresses.
passes your turn.
like, is there no
Wherever
option
you've
for
done
that?
That would be cool. I
Yeah.
don't think there's
Like,
such an
just to
option.
force a move.
We
Like,
haven't-
just
yeah, we
1
haven't
But
minute?
seen-
you know, dude, that's,
Next turn.
but that's not actually fair because later on in the game, even if you're being as efficient as you can be, the turns will take longer than a minute. Like you just have a lot that you need to look
Maybe
out
it
for.
scales.
Yeah,
Like
maybe
it
will
starts
scale.
off
Yeah.
with a minute for the turns and then it goes to 2 minutes like after 100
That'd
turns
be
or
pretty
something.
interesting. Why
Yeah.
not? You know,
That would
if,
be a great setting.
if
actually.
Fire Axis is listening.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let me finish the story though. So
Sorry.
Yeah.
Fire Axis.
Fear Axis, Fire Axis.
Okay,
whatever.
I've never heard it said like that before. For
Whatever,
Axis.
bro. For Axis.
For
Fire,
Axis.
Okay,
who cares?
Fire Axis.
Fire. Yeah, whatever, man.
Anyways,
Big
Sorry.
dealio.
the last game we did we were not on the same team. I made the army first, and John was unfortunate enough to be literally cornered.
Yeah, I
like
got-
there's Ocean on one side and me on the other side.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I got wrecked.
He was absolutely cornered. He realized I'm making an army, and I was making very open verbal threats on Mumble, saying, you know, I'm gonna wipe you out, like literally in the next few turns.
Yeah, no,
It's
easy.
like it wasn't a secret.
Yeah, I was amassing an army. It was sitting right at his border. He could see most of my army, what I was doing, and I was just waiting till I had enough units. He started trying to pump some units out too, like a couple of catapults here and there. I was right at his border. I decided to attack. I took the first turn since I started the war. I cleaned out his whatever little few new units he had. Absolutely wiped everything he had. He had nothing left except like his capital and the second city he built. And then I just started heading back to my capital because I didn't want to like lose my units to his cities and stuff. And Haik and Shahan decided that, well, if you kill John, we're going to end the game. We don't want to end the game. We want to keep playing. So they're going to just both make armies now and try to stop me from killing
Oh, boy.
John. But make note, I've already wiped John's army out. So essentially at this point, he's at my whim. Like, if I want resources for him, he's going to have to give it to me, or he doesn't, I'll just take his city. That's the whole point of Civ 5. It's like,
Yeah.
if you have the larger army, the whole point in investing into an army versus building the wonders is so that you can threaten resources out of your opponents, and that's what balances you out and keeps you in the game,
Sure.
right? Because otherwise, why would you build an army, right? You would just get the wonders instead. But anyways, that was the last game we played, and we decided, we can't really go army. If somebody goes army as we're versing each other, it forces everybody else to go army to either defend or like be UN and kind of peacekeep and stuff. You know what I mean? So the dynamic becomes different. It's not as like peaceful and relaxing of a game anymore.
Yeah.
That's why
And
being
the
on the same team helps.
I think like the strategic parts of it fall apart the second armies are built and everything because you're forced, like RX said, like you're forced to react, you're forced to this, and it's not enjoyable, particularly because if you're getting attacked, then you only have one course of action: either give them what they want or don't and defend. And you can't really defend, especially when it comes to sequential turns. Like I didn't know how sequential turns worked at all. So he started the war, as he said. He took out half my army in one turn without me even reacting. I didn't even know that
damn.
was possible. I didn't even realize that at all. So it's odd. So we just changed from that, like versing one another, to just versing the AI, and
Fair
it's been a
enough.
lot more successful, I guess, in all the
after,
games we
man.
played.
yeah. After all that happened, we discussed it a bit, and I was telling John like how, if for example my army's at your border, right? You should know at this point that I'm attacking you, and I think you should take like a preemptive strike, because then you would be the one to damage my units first. I might use a few units first, and by the time I get to react, my upper hand might be gone
Sure.
already. You know what I mean? But because you like don't react and you're like, well, whatever, maybe he won't start a war and stuff, but my units are at your border. Yeah, if I attack first, you're gonna take the first hit, and then you're gonna have to respond. You know what I mean? To whatever damage you've already taken, which when you're behind is gonna be like detrimental. You know, and ideally, how I would have liked that whole situation to play out is for like the other boys to want to bargain for protection. Like let's say Sean or Hike built up an army and they're like, okay, John, we're willing to protect you from RX army, for example. What can you offer us? You know, have some kind of trade going or whatever like that kind of dynamic. Whereas it wasn't like that. It was more like, well, we're not going to let like any one person end the game for someone else.
Well, actually,
I'm
I'm just going to point out the fact that that's the reasons that they told you. But the whole time that you were even building an army, we were talking and saying how we were going to take you out. Like we were trading and bartering and everything.
Okay,
so,
no, I mean, I know you were talking.
Yeah.
I knew you were talking behind the scenes, but I didn't know the details of like what's going down or whatever.
They just gave you that answer because you don't need to know what the hell's going on against you. Like, what do you mean? That's part of the game.
I'm the evil of the map.
Yeah, like, sounds like it, man.
This guy's straight up like a warmonger, dude. He just marched in on me like nothing. He took the spots I wanted, like no questions, and then out of nowhere he demands everything I have. And he doesn't say any context. Treaty. He doesn't say any context. We weren't even at war. He just demanded everything.
This is the point.
Everything. He didn't say anything. And I just clicked refuse.
Yeah, that was
he's like, okay, 2 turns later, he just attacked.
That was the point where I decided I have a large enough army to kill him if I want right now. So this is it. I'm gonna propose this deal. He accepts it. I'll leave him alone. He doesn't.
Yeah, but you didn't give him a heads up or anything. You demanded shit.
Bro, the heads up was
out of nowhere. He
the
just
military. The heads up was the military parked on his border, and me saying on Mumble, I'm gonna wipe him out. So that was the heads up, dude.
This guy, dude. He just.
But I knew
at that point, I would have said, "No, Areg, I'm not giving you shit."
That's what he did.
But I will join you.
Oh yeah.
See, this is this guy's issue, bro. We should have fucking just been a
smart.
team. We had basically what it should have been is Hike and Shahan should have been a team geographically.
Yeah, 2v2.
And me and Areg should have been a team geographically, not in the settings of the game, but just naturally because we were close.
Naturally, yeah, bro. But
we
listen,
just didn't.
Listen, bro. Emin pointed out something very good here. That's literally one of your ways out, but it didn't cross your mind to do that,
bro. But that's why I said you literally made that deal with no context, nothing. Yeah. Even you saying you're gonna wipe me out, you say that all game,
but you didn't haggle back. You didn't haggle back.
It just sounded like you just wanted to attack.
It really
like
that's
what it sounds like.
Bro.
It's like, look, I want
look at
blood.
He's grinning right now.
Yeah,
he knows. This little fucking shyster.
I was gonna say I knew he wasn't gonna accept the deal. Like I knew he was gonna hit refuse.
Okay, answer my question.
What?
Did you just want blood?
I wanted blood, but
No,
not
that's
just.
That's a yes or no, motherfucker. No, it's a yes.
Not just blood. I didn't want just blood. I wanted
blood
blood and more.
He wanted my blood,
dude. Blood and more, dude. But I'll tell you right now, honestly, if you messaged me on Steam before I attacked you, like you were talking with Sean and Hike, and you told me, yo, bro, let's play this out like you are gonna attack me, but instead we'll amass an army together and take out Hike and John we'll fool them. Like we talked about it after everything happened. We discussed we could have done this and it would have been glorious. I would have said like I would have not attacked you.
No, but I'm telling you, all it was in that no context deal.
Sure.
Was just unharmed, dude. It was just like, what is this guy even thinking? Like
it was an insult.
Yeah, of course it was an insult. You think I'm gonna join you after you insult me, dude?
No, but that was an
I'm America, goddamn it, dude.
That was an intentional insult, though, dude. Man. Like you should have seen through the ruse, and you should have realized that I know you're not gonna accept this deal, so you're just giving me a reason to attack you.
No,
I'm like forcing you to give me a reason to attack you.
Yeah, basically.
Wait, so you guys were playing
fucking Civ, dude.
I love
Goddamn,
Civ,
dude.
You guys were playing Brave New World? Is that the newest expansion?
Yeah,
so
the newest.
That has like a UN, right?
Yeah,
exactly. It's a World Congress, dude. Like you can basically maybe mid game a World Congress forms.
Oh,
and what
I'll tell you how it
assign
forms.
Delegates, and you can like vote for like certain things. Like for instance, in one of the games, Hike or Spain, the AI basically voted to ban all cotton, and that was Hike's main luxury resource, and it got banned because we didn't have enough delegates in the World Congress to vote it down against their voting it up.
So we got
Oh
hindered.
shit!
Yeah, no, it was fucking crazy.
Why the fuck would you ban cotton?
I don't know.
Because
They
it
don't
hinders
have
us
it in
and
Hike.
helps them.
Yeah.
Oh, how funny!
But I'll tell you how it forms. I realized this. It's whenever one civ meets all the civs. Once one civ has met all the civs,
That's cool.
World Congress automatically happens, and the person who met all the civs first is the host.
Oh, that's cool.
First,
Cool.
and they get more
You get
delegates than
benefits?
everybody else.
Yeah, they get like one more delegate in the beginning. Yeah.
Usually their votes passive. Like,
and you can
it's not
vote
terrible.
for who the next host will be and all this crazy.
You can vote for yourself.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's great.
You could vote like no nuclear like arms, no this,
Yeah.
no that. You know, you could do like also things that benefit everybody. You know, like it's cool.
You can have a world fair where everybody starts contributing like production to it, and like first, second, third place get like random bonuses and prizes and stuff.
You know, that sounds pretty cool. And that sounds like what Civ is all about. Like, they come out with the game that is sort of meh, and then as the expansions come out, like, they flesh it out.
I'll say basically the 2 expansions, Gods and Kings, and the other one, I don't even remember the name, is basically like the full Civ experience. If you don't, even Shahan was saying it to me. He's like, bro, because I asked him, I'm like, dude, like, you know, is it smart to just get rid of that expansion and just play like the vanilla one? Because I don't know any of the new mechanics. He's like, bro, like, if you get rid of Brave New World, you're not playing what Civ is meant to be played, you know? I'm like, okay, then we'll just play it out.
Because it was a Brave New World as the World Congress and World Fair and all that.
The other one
adds
adds
Gods and Kings
religion
adds
in it.
religion.
It completes the whole experience.
Yeah.
Dude, the religion is weird. The religion is cool and weird. Like, you could like spread religion to places and like make a great profit, and then you have a holy city, all this shit. But like, religion falls off in the mid game because, you know, in the modern world, it's kind of a joke.
Does it really fall off?
Dude, it depends.
it falls off.
It depends on what bonuses you get.
Yeah, it depends, but in general, the mechanics of the game, I mean, factually, the religion falls off when you get to the modern era, like mechanically in the
modern era, yeah. But
Yeah.
like mid game, it can still be
Oh
viable.
yeah, mid game is huge, but like when you're making like B-17 bombers and like fucking crazy jets and have the satellite, the thing is really
No. By
meaningless.
then, you've already gotten whatever religion is going to give you at that point.
Can religion give you any form of leverage in the World Congress, or not really? Or is it?
I
Or like,
don't-
are those like separate mechanics?
I think they're kind of separate.
World
I haven't
Congress
encountered them
is
crossing.
Yeah, World Congress is its own mechanic. But the thing is, through religion, you can give yourself an up, like in general.
Okay.
You know.
So let's say that I found Christianity, right?
Sure.
And we get to the late game, and that's the world's religion. Can that be a thing?
yes.
Like
You-
a
you
world
can-
religion.
you can
You
have,
vote
Yeah.
Okay.
through World Congress. You can vote for a world religion.
Okay.
And if you have the most and it's voted, I think you get like new crazy points, or maybe you even just win. I don't know how.
No, you don't win. I
Ooh.
think.
Oh, you don't
But-
win?
But like you
get bonuses.
Your bonuses from your religion are amplified.
Cool.
and-
Also, your religion can exert influence and pressure upon other civilizations
Via
and-
trading.
and stuff like that. So what that will do is basically make it so that when the delegate counts happen and when you can influence, like you can put spies in people's places and do diplomats, you can influence how they vote. You can influence their delegates and shit like that. Not only through religion, but religion plays a role. So
It is all sort of interconnected, yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
in different ways.
That's interesting,
It's
man.
not thoughtless. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of strategy to the game, for sure.
No. Yeah. Like
There's some
I don't doubt
RNG, but strategy's huge.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like talking about Civilization, Civ 6 was announced.
It was.
They put out one of my favorite trailers I've ever seen in my life. Like, I get goosebumps every single time I watch it. Dude. It's fantastic.
Sean Bean, right?
Is it really?
Yeah, Sean Bean, who I think
Is narrating it?
I think who's narrating it.
Fucking
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, man, I thought the trailer was like whatever.
No, man. I think it's so inspiring. Like, it's just like a love letter to humanity. Like, it's
But that's
it's
what
fucking
every
cool.
Civ game is, dude.
I know.
It's what
That's
every
what I
Civ game
love.
is,
That's
yeah.
why it's like I wish I would love Civ more.
Is it the turn-based that turns you off too? a little bit?
I guess in a way. Yeah, like I guess I'm not too
suck
big
at
into
real,
turn-based stuff.
Real-time strategy. Like
I
suck
prefer
at-
real time.
Yeah, I suck at it. So Civ is like right up my alley, dude. I can think. I can like just.
So
do
Heroes of Might and
calm
Magic
down.
3 might be right up your alley too.
Yeah, dude, it might be.
That game looks all right, man.
Winking at me over here, dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy, you
But
should
yeah,
give
so,
it a
like-
chance. I mean, you should really give it a chance.
Well,
I mean,
which
we're,
one?
we're doing it
Civ
now.
5,
Yeah,
or even
no,
Civ
no.
6 when it comes out. You should
We're doing it now. So if you were to do Civ 5, now would be the time to play with all of us.
I don't have the expansions.
Oh, then yeah.
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 Let's try Civ 6 maybe, but I doubt I'm gonna try Civ 6.
Oh, I'm gonna try it. I'm excited.
If everybody
I
gets
think
it,
I'm gonna end up trying it, dude.
like
to
if
be honest.
everybody's gonna get in and play it, I'll get in and play
Oh,
it.
So
I'm
like
definitely
one of the
gonna get it.
biggest changes that they did in Civ 6 that I was reading up about. So in Civ 5, the one big change that they did is that you can't stack your armies together,
yeah, you
right?
can't.
So it's all spread out. So you have to like make strategic
you
decisions.
can't stack like there's a lot of not only army. There's a lot of units you can't stack.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. But in Civ 6, the one big difference is your city starts sprawling. So whenever you actually upgrade your city with like a granary or whatever,
It takes
like
more
it
than
takes
one
up
hex.
a tile.
Oh shit!
So as the game plays out, you have a very spread out city. So like your city doesn't stack anymore.
That's nuts.
So let's say like you're attacking someone and their granary is just out there, you know,
they can
3 tiles
destroy
away
my
from
granary?
the city. They could destroy your shit without actually taking your city.
That adds so much more to the
That
militaristic
adds
aspect.
Because like right now, the most you can do is like break all the roads around it. And so they like to stop trade.
It's not that big of a deal,
But
really.
It's not big
it's
a
not
deal
that
at
big a
all. You
deal.
just get someone to repair it
Exactly.
after. Yeah.
But like you can straight up destroy upgrades.
Dude, I wonder how they're gonna handle barbarians in Civ 6.
I have no idea.
Fuck the barbarians in Civ. I hate them.
Barbarians are such a controversy in Civ 5.
I hate them,
dude. Because without barbarians, the game is like much more boring.
Yeah.
Like the whole.
It depends on the map, dude.
It does depend on the map, but like most maps, especially land maps that don't have too much water, with no barbarians, become pretty stale and boring. There's no real threat. You don't have to make any early military units. You just prosper. You know. When you have barbarians, it's like. Sucks because now you have more to worry about, but at the same time it makes it more interesting. You know, if you're a little careful, you can be fine and not lose your workers. But if you're a little out there, you know, scouting too much with your warriors, your workers suddenly get taken by barbarians back home. You know, but doing raging barbarians in Civ 5,
I don't know what that is.
Literally, it's like an option.
It like triples the amount of barbarians coming in.
Nice.
Like, it raises the amount that spawn. It raises the amount that are on the map.
If you
Fuck
do
yeah, man,
raging
that sounds
barbarian,
fun.
no, if you do raging barbarians, you're one of two things. You're either a masochist or a straight idiot. You're one of those two.
I was gonna say you either have to make a military starting from turn 1, or don't do raging barbarians.
Damn.
Like you're gonna have to have a handful of units protecting your 1 or 2 workers back home.
It's a slower game in the beginning if you have raging barbarians because you're building the military and you're not investing in your civilization.
Yeah, you cannot expand without protection. You literally, any move you make in the game has to be protected with your units, which means you have higher maintenance cost for your military now.
I sort of prefer that in a way. It makes it more PvE. Like you have to make friends with the other nations. Like if you're playing with friends and if you are going up against like 5 other bad guys anyway.
It makes certain civilizations really overpowered because their
like
abilities
what was it, like
and
the
stuff.
Japanese is the first name.
Like
Like
Dude,
like they'll be all right.
Yeah, bro,
Montezuma,
Aztecs?
Aztecs, yeah.
Yeah.
Aztecs. He gets straight up a bonus every time he kills a barbarian.
Cool.
Culture bonus. So
Same with Japanese. I think they get a culture bonus.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, or something. They get like a
And,
bonus
like-
every time they win.
And they always attack at full capacity.
No, they're
How do you
Regardless
remember
if they're
this
almost-
shit?
Yeah, bro, I played Civ.
Dude, Nobunaga, dude, of Japan. Dude,
Yeah,
I
bro.
love that shit.
Oda.
Oda Nobunaga.
Oda Nobunaga, yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
fantastic.
Japan's strong like late game because
I don't know. I've never been to late game with Japan, so
their
I don't know.
units attacking at full strength, even when
Oh
they're
yeah,
damaged,
yeah, for sure.
it
Yeah.
changes battle like
No, for
straight
sure.
up. They just win.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
The thing is with Civ, and I think you alluded to this a little bit before. I mean, like in the first when we first introduced the topic of like how it always turns to military.
Yeah.
Whether or not it turns to military, I think it usually will turn to military in general, the games. However, what I will say kind of to side with you is that basically at a certain point, I think you know when you're going to win with it against AI, against your friends, whatever, you know
When you're ahead enough.
when you're way too ahead. And that's when the game is like a Monopoly game, dude. It's really fun. It's cool. It's like when in Monopoly you're rolling the dice, you're getting the properties and shit like that. Then like when everybody has their properties, you know who has the best properties, and it's at that point like it's not fun. You just know they're gonna win eventually, whether it's now or in
Just a matter of
fucking
time.
500 turns.
Matter of 500 turns and then you win. Yeah.
And so that's why we have numerous games going, because at certain points either we get fed up with it or we
fair
know
enough.
who's gonna win or whatever, and we just stop and we start a new one. You know?
I actually played a game where I put the AI to deity just to see what's up.
Okay.
Okay.
By like 20, 30 turns, I was at like 97 points. The top AI was at 400.
Nice.
Sounds good, dude.
And then I quit the game because I realized I stand no chance whatsoever.
You just
You
get
know?
steamrolled.
Yeah.
just the
It would be
second they
fun
see
to
you.
do that with friends, though. Like a deity game with friends and trying to like pool all your resources and everything, and then on a land map so that you're all hopefully close to one another.
Yeah.
The maps, dude, the variety in maps is really awesome.
Yeah, I
like
love
the
it.
different kinds of maps they have changes the game. The replayability is thousandfold thanks to the different maps they have. Like the archipelago
I love archipelagos.
with all the
so much.
islands and the waters and shit, and then they have like the Pangea with the just the one large landmass and shit. They have Earth. They have Europe. They have like the Bering Strait. They have the Caribbean. All these little bits and pieces, you know.
Yeah, no, man. Like Civ it's a very dense game.
It's
And-
charming. It's dense.
Yeah.
It's like it's a very. I was so skeptical when I first encountered Civ when I didn't play it. Like when I just saw it, I'm like, what the hell is this shit? And I just fell in love, dude. The second I started playing, I couldn't put it down. The music in Civ, every civilization has their own unique music that plays.
Yeah.
And like, in my opinion, America's the best music.
Man, when you first choose a civilization and it gives you like a little paragraph that it
and
reads
it's
off, and then
reading
at
it?
the end,
George Washington, you are charged with the well-being of your thing, and then like your skill is manifest destiny. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude? Like, come on.
will you build a civilization that will stand the test of time? Like, it's the
Yeah.
last thing it says. Fucking goosebumps, man.
And
Like,
you're
that's what I
already-
love about
yeah.
Civilization. Like, it's such a, like, humanity strong. So it's such a
Yeah.
proud game, man.
Dude,
It
if
is.
you played Beyond Earth, you would just be the fucking.
fuck
There's
yes.
a whole tree in Beyond Earth where you're just against aliens. Like you just kill aliens, you just fuck them up, you just
Hello.
destroy their entire planet. I mean, would just be all over that,
Dude.
all over it.
So there's, like, a legitimate path, like a genocide path that you can go down just to, like, wipe out all heretics. and
All other
alien-
life forms, yeah,
Fuck.
it's great.
I don't know, man. Maybe
I
that
didn't like
game's
Beyond
alright.
Earth though, honestly. I thought it was.
You didn't play right.
I didn't play. I
So
didn't
any
play
game
it.
you don't like is because you don't play it right.
Dude, any game I don't like is because humanity's not strong enough for me.
Exactly.
And I need to make humanity stronger in that game, dude.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
some shit, dude.
Okay.
You know what's also it? This episode. We got one email. So let's answer the email.
All right.
And let's get the hell out of here.
Hell
Because
yeah,
it has
boy.
been a day.
Dude, it's been a day. It's been many days.
Yes.
It's been
Video
26
James.
years.
Beautiful Video James
Ooh.
asks us a question.
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, it's good to have him. Hypothetically, if there was the next level RPG being created, what would it be about? What would be the goal, setting, bosses, items, and your roles within the game?
It would be humans genociding aliens, right?
Well, okay. All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Step at a time. So if there was a next level RPG, what would it be about?
I'm telling you.
So, like, are we the end bosses?
Oh, wait, what is that's the question?
No, like that's
Oh,
like
okay.
what would be the goal setting, bosses, items, and your roles within the game? So our roles. Like I would like to be a boss. I would very much like to be a boss.
That adds a new dimension to the question I wasn't quite ready for. Hold on.
Like a Dark Souls-esque game.
How about
with us as like
Oh,
the
okay.
three main bosses?
honestly, the first thought I always have about like creating my own game involves space, like
Space
expanding
RPG?
out into like different planets and
Damn, man,
universes and
I
stuff.
fucking love like fantasy.
I'll be Space Paladin for sure.
I would say we each of us could be like the leaders of the different factions
Okay.
in the game.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Like
Okay.
NPC leaders, like kings of the different factions of
Yeah.
like the corners of the universes or whatever. And you as the player can eventually like join one of our factions and work for one of us or something and like
Or kill.
do quests. Or yeah, you would have to end up killing like the other faction, perhaps like leaders and shit.
Okay.
I'm down, dude.
I'm
would
down
do,
for
like-
that.
I would do a straight fucking like crazy like. I don't know if I was like the leader of a faction in space, I would try to focus because I love melee combat, dude. I like space, whatever, dude. Shooting guns, I don't give a fuck about all that. Like if you have like beam swords and energy swords and like fucking crazy weapons, like
Okay.
melee weapons that are like futuristic, energy weapons and shit, I would be all over that.
So
my
like
entire,
Protoss.
Yeah, like
You're
Protoss. Like,
literally Protoss.
I'm down. I'll be like Protoss.
Damn.
That's
okay.
what you are.
I'll be straight
okay,
Protoss.
You're Protoss. You're Terran. I'm
Of
Zerg.
course.
I'm Zerg. This is our game. Our game is literally the Protoss, the Terran, and the Zerg factions in space, but a space version of the game.
Okay, so I don't want to be Terran though.
RPG.
Like I would rather be like the Warhammer fucking Space Marines.
Space Marines. Yeah, you're
like
the Space Marines.
Space Paladins. That's what I
You're
want.
Space
Fucking
Paladins.
Warhammer, man.
You're like a Protoss barbarian melee variant.
I'm down, dude.
And
Sure.
and I'm straight the plague. Like I'm literally like some unstoppable, the unknown force in the universe that just keeps spreading
Oh yeah, dude.
everywhere. Yeah.
Congratis, dude.
I'm the ultimate like threat that you never are able to finish off fully.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at this guy. Never able to finish off this, that, bro. I'll finish you
Because
off
there
in
has
like
to be
2
a
seconds.
sequel. So I come back.
Oh yeah,
Get the
bro.
hell out of here.
At some corner of the universe, you left me on like one planet,
Video
like one
James.
seed.
Video James didn't ask about sequels, this, that. Oh, he asked one RPG.
Next level RPG.
What's your role?
Damn, dude.
All right, dude.
What's your class, dude? Barbarian.
My class, Barbaros.
Barbaros.
Okay.
I think we answered like
Yeah,
10% of the question.
I think that's a fair answer for a very fair question.
All I'm telling you, dude, if I design an RPG and I had a role in it, I would be like a baller NPC.
Yeah.
I just know it. I just know I'd be a ball. Like I just like
Like a friendly NPC?
Yeah, like friendly or like ambiguous maybe.
Yeah.
Like Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, like friendly if you do certain things, but enemy if you do other things. You know,
You'd
like,
be the only NPC that's invincible, like cannot be killed.
Ah,
I'm down.
Every other NPC you can kill, but you just fall on your knees and then you get up after 5 more seconds.
I'm down, dude.
And you pretend like nothing happened.
I would be a friendly NPC that whenever you start actually progressing in the game, I don't like what you're doing, and then I turn enemy.
Oh, that's like thing from Dark Souls 3, that one NPC that sits in the Firelink Shrine,
little
and then you have
bitch.
to end up fighting him, the dragon guy.
Hawkwood.
I haven't fought him yet?
Hawkeye or whatever.
You don't need to
Hawkeye.
You don't need to fight him if you don't want. But he's
Oh.
basically that guy who's just sitting down and he's just like
Literally.
Remember, like I haven't seen him in
It's-
a while. I don't know where the hell.
Yeah,
he
he
is.
bounced.
You can fight him later.
Literally, it's because you're progressing through the game and he's trying to progress in a certain path too,
Okay,
Path of the Dragon, that you guys clash eventually.
interesting.
But you don't have to. It's an optional thing.
Okay,
obviously.
right on.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So I'm guessing after Dragon Crest Peak, or I forgot
No.
what it's
You
called.
have to do
Yeah,
something
yeah.
at Arch Dragon Peak.
You have to.
Archdragon.
You have to
Yeah.
do something there.
I think you have to
Stay
beat
embered.
the realm, and then no, he doesn't spawn at that place. He spawns. Well, whatever. We'll talk about it later.
He's in Arch Dragon Peak though.
Oh, I haven't seen him there. I
Oh,
saw him somewhere else.
Within Arch Dragon Peak, there's a place where if you're
think I
embered,
know-
you can summon him.
Okay.
There's a summon sign.
I
If
think
you
I
see
know-
a summon
I-
sign, and you help him out.
Oh, I see.
You help him out. After you help him out successfully, it's okay if you die. You can
Dude.
resummon him.
I never knew about the summon signs that you could summon NPCs.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea
Yeah.
until like recently.
Some of them summon you into their world.
The fuck?
Yeah.
yeah, you could be summoned into their world to help them out with shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
To progress their quest line. You probably missed most of it by now already. Right?
Fuck, man. I can't wait for my second playthrough.
Yeah.
I beat it, dude.
Did you?
Yeah, I beat
Yeah.
the game. I beat Dark Souls 3.
Fuck yeah.
I beat it.
Nice.
I'm done. I'm just like in the post game. Thank you. I'm in the post game part of it, I guess.
Okay.
And then I'm just when I do everything I'm done with this game, I'm just gonna go into New Game Plus and just
Nice,
ball
man.
it the fuck up.
Just very quickly, what are your thoughts? How
10
are
out
you
of 10.
feeling about
No,
it?
10 out, like
Wow.
it has not changed. I love that game.
Okay.
I think it's like probably like the only thing that can even come close to beating Dark Souls 3 for me is Witcher Blood and Wine. That's the only thing that'll come close, and that's a DLC even. Like that's the only thing that can compete. Otherwise, dude, I think this is my game of the year already. It's so good.
Fuck. Okay.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I love it, man.
That's an episode.
It's a wrap.
That's it. And if you guys have more questions for us, mail@thenextlevel.com is where you should send it to.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Adios.
See you guys.
Good night.